The call ended, but silence did not return. It stayed in the room. Heavy, uncomfortable, almost alive. Elaris was still on the floor, her hands shaking slightly, her breathing uneven. Not from fear alone anymore, but from something deeper. Shock that had not fully settled. Mira stood nearby, staring at the phone on the ground. She did not move immediately, because she understood something Elaris did not yet fully see. This was not just a kidnapping. This was controlled, organized, intentional. Elaris finally spoke. They said 50 million. Her voice was low, broken at the edges. Mira nodded slightly. Yes. Elaris looked up at her. We don't have that kind of money. Mira did not respond immediately. That silence said more than words. Then, Elaris's father walked into the room. The atmosphere changed instantly. Not louder, not faster, just heavier, like something dangerous had entered quietly. He looked at Elaris first, then at Mira, then at the phone. Tell me everything, he said. Elaris stood slowly, her legs unsteady. She explained. The road, the vehicles, the men, the call. Every word made the air heavier. When she finished, her father did not react immediately. He simply turned away, like he was thinking, or remembering, or both. Mira watched him carefully. You already know something about this, she said. He stopped, did not turn. Yes. That one word changed everything. Elaris stepped forward. What do you mean yes? Her father finally turned around. His expression was no longer neutral. It was controlled. Carefully controlled. I did not think it would come back. Mira narrowed her eyes slightly. Come back. He exhaled slowly. Years ago, I dealt with people who do not forgive mistakes. Silence. Elaris frowned. What does that have to do with Kael? That question hung in the air. Then her father answered. Everything. The room went still. Not quiet. Still. Like even sound did not want to move. Mira stepped forward slightly. You are saying this is connected to you? He nodded once. Yes. Elaris's voice rose slightly. So Kael is involved in something he does not even understand. Her father looked at her directly. No. A pause. He was chosen because of me. That hit differently. Not confusing. Not unclear. Direct. Heavy. Intentional. Elaris stepped back slightly. No. Her voice dropped. No, that doesn't make sense. Mira spoke quietly. It does. Elaris turned to her. You believe this? Mira did not hesitate. I believe patterns. She looked at the father. This feels like a response. Silence again. Then Elaris's father spoke. They want something I took from them. Elaris shook her head. This is not about you. This is about Kael. Her father stepped closer. No. His voice was calm, but sharp. This is about both. That line landed like a weight in a room, because it removed comfort completely. There was no simple version anymore. No clean explanation. Just layers. Elaris turned away slightly, trying to process, trying not to break down again. Mira watched her carefully, then spoke again. So what do we do? Elaris's father answered immediately. We do not pay. Mira raised an eyebrow slightly. That's risky. He nodded. Yes. But predictable. He walked toward the table, placed both hands on it, leaning slightly forward. They expect fear. They expect negotiation. They expect movement. He looked up. We give them something else. Elaris frowned. What? He answered quietly. Control. Meanwhile, Kael was still in the dark room, but something had changed. Not outside. Inside. The way he was being watched had shifted. Before, it was routine. Now it was different. Careful. Measured. Like they were waiting for something. Not just money. One of the guards entered again. Different this time. Calmer. Older. He looked at Kael for a long moment. Then spoke. You are not the target. Kael slowly lifted his head slightly. I know. The man tilted his head. Do you? Kael paused. Then quietly. I am Leverage. The man stuttered him. Then nodded once. Yes. A pause. But leverage only works if someone cares enough to move. Kael did not respond. Because he already knew that part was true. The man continued. Do you think they will come for you? Kael's voice was weak. They already have. That answer changed something in the man's expression. Just slightly. Like confirmation of something expected. Then he left. And Kael was alone again. But now the silence felt different. Not empty. Not peaceful. Waiting. Back at the house. Plans were forming. Fussed. But controlled. Elaris stood at the edge of the room. Watching. Trying to understand everything being said. But one thing kept repeating in her mind. Kael is not the target. That line refused to leave her thoughts. She turned to her father. Then who is? He paused. Looked at her. Then answered simply. I am. Silence again. But this time, it was sharper. Elaris stepped forward. So they are using him to reach you? He nodded. Yes. Mira added quietly. And once they get you. Her father finished it. They remove every loose end. That meant Kael too. Elaris felt her stomach drop. So either way. She could not finish. Mira did it for her. He dies if we fail. Silence again. But this time, it was heavier than before. Elaris took a step back. Her hands trembling slightly again. This is not just a rescue. Mira looked at her. No. This is a setup. Elaris looked between them. And we are walking into it. Her father nodded. Yes. A pause. But on our terms. Mira stuttered him. You are confident. He replied without hesitation. I am prepared. That was different. Not hope. Not optimism. Preparation. That night, no one slept. Furnace hung. Routes were checked. Vehicles prepared. Positions planned. But underneath all of it, there was tension. Because everyone understood one thing clearly now. This was not just about saving Kael. It was about stepping into something already in motion. Something older. Something darker. Something waiting. Elaris stood alone for a moment outside. Cold air hitting her skin. Trying to steady her thoughts. She closed her eyes briefly. Kael's face came to her mind. Weak. Tired. Asking them not to come. That thought hurt more than anything else. Because she knew. They were still going. Whether he wanted it or not. Behind her, Mira approached quietly. You are thinking too much, she said. Elaris did not open her eyes. I cannot stop. Mira nodded slightly. That's normal. A pause. But don't drown in it. Elaris looked at her. What if we fail? Mira did not answer immediately. Then we don't. Simple. Direct. But not empty. It was a decision. Not a hope. Inside the house, Elaris's father looked at the map one last time. Then spoke quietly. Tomorrow. Everyone turned slightly. He continued. Everything changes. And somewhere in the distance, unknown to them, someone was watching, waiting, smiling, because the plan was already deeper than they thought, and Kael was only the beginning.